Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share with you a process video for week 2 of Project Life for 2016. Now I've shared lots of videos of layouts, but this is my first process video for Project Life. I haven't really shared it in the past because a bulk of what I do here is done in Photoshop, and I just didn't think that anybody would really want to see it. But I had some requests to share it. So I'm going to go ahead and share it and let me know what you think if this is something that you want to keep seeing. So here is the left side of week 2. For each of my weeks, I do a 2-page spread. I do a left side and a right side. This year I decided that I would for every week, use the Design A page protectors from Becky Higgins. So that will give me 4x6s at the top, 4x6s at the bottom, and 3x4s throughout the center. And anytime I take a vertical photo, I'll just edit it down in Photoshop and place it along the center in those 3x4 slots. So what I do is during the week, every night, almost every night, I am going into my scrap room either to work on design team layouts or to work on something else in my office. So every night I will send the photos from my phone over to my computer. Then I will edit the photos. So I will, if there are verticals, they'll go down to a 3x4. If they're horizontal, usually they'll stay 4x6. I'll edit the lighting in them, and then I'll just save them in a folder. So then at the end of the week, on Sunday nights, I will go in there and I will add the journaling to the 3x4 cards that I want to add journaling to, and then print out all my photos on Sunday night. So then I'm all ready on Monday to record the week. And this helps me so by editing the photos every night, that way at the end of the week, all I have to do is decide which ones I want to add journaling to, which ones I just want to print out, and it makes the process very quick, very easy, and helps me stay on top of my memory keeping. And of all the projects I do, this one is more near and dear to my heart than anything. I think it's because it captures more of those everyday moments than some layouts. I feel like you're capturing birthday parties or Christmas, and Project Life is really the everyday things. So the way your little guy or children, they look at you, the funny clothes that they're wearing, their chubby little fingers and their dirty little faces, all of those adorable things that as time goes by you forget. I feel like Project Life helps you remember. So as I laid everything out. Now on a few of these I did not add journaling, so that's where my typewriter is going to come in. I'm going to use a tag from my stash, and I'm just going to do just a quick little journaling on it, and I'm going to place that on the 4x6 card that is in the lower right hand corner of the left side layout. All I'm doing is doing a little bit of journaling. That picture is a picture of me and one of my little guys. We went out on a little date night and had dinner together. So I'm just journaling about how nice it was to go out with just one of the little guys and on a one-on-one little date and spend time together. And I like adding journaling with the typewriter if I'm not doing it in Photoshop. I don't like to do all my journaling in Photoshop because I do like a little bit of variety, contrast, dimension throughout the layout, so it's not all flat and one-dimensional. I still like lots of things to look at and interact with across the layout. So I always start every week with the 4x6 title card that is up on the upper left hand, and that's from One Little Bird, and that's just the weekly cards, and I like those because throughout the album I like to have some sort of consistency. I think it just connects the whole album, and I like the design of having consistency and the cleanness that that provides. So I have that, and the photo next to it is a photo of my craft space. I shared a little bit of my craft space on one of my design team blogs this week, and so I put that in there. And then I have a photo of my little guy washing his hands, and also of some food that we had this week on that layout. So now I'm going to move over to the right side of my week 2. So I'm going to start laying out some of the photos. So here I have a photo of my little guy doing his handprints. Every year at the beginning of the year, I have each one of the kids put their handprints on a piece of paper so I can record what size their hand is that year and how it grows. And I did a blog post on the One Little Bird website, their blog. So I'll link to that down below if you'd like some more information on that. And I'll also link to another video that I'll be posting after this one that's just a walkthrough of the very beginning of my Project Life album for 2016, and shows you my title page, my week 1 that I did not record, and the things that I document every single year for my kids to see how they're growing and developing. So back to the layout, I also have a photo of my little guys at the dentist. We always do that in January, so I like recording that and how that went and how they're changing and growing with that also. I added a little piece of washi tape just to a plain 4x6 white card, and that's just going to add a little bit of contrast and a little bit more interest as opposed to just a plain white card. So that's going to go by that picture of my little guy's handprint, and I'm going to add some journaling there to talk about what we're doing. And right next to that is the picture of the guys at the dentist, and also the one 3x4. Then I also have a picture of my little guy right out of the shower. We have our boys take showers at night because usually they're boys and they get nice and dirty during the day. So we make sure that they take a shower every night before they get into bed. And I love it when they get out of the shower and they're smelling good and they're looking cute. So I tend to take a lot of pictures at night when they're getting out of the shower because they just look so darn cute. Next to that, I have a photo of a show that premiered this week, one of my favorite shows, New Girl. So I just found a picture online, pulled that into Photoshop, and cropped it down onto a 3x4 template that I made in Photoshop and added my journaling right below it. The template I made makes it kind of look like a Polaroid, and it makes it nice and easy for me to add my journaling right underneath it, and again adds more consistency throughout the album. So by adding my journaling to the photos there, it makes the process easier, and from week to week you'll see some consistency throughout the album. So you'll see here I cut out the part where I added all my journaling on my typewriter because that would have taken forever for you to watch and not very interesting. So I added my journaling around the page and added a few chipboard pieces. I'm also going to adhere down the photo to that 4x6 card and add a little wood veneer. I added journaling to the bottom left-hand card. Both that bottom left-hand card and the 3x4 card are cards from One Little Bird, and I'll link to their shop in the description box down below. and the 3x4 on the lower right-hand side. That is a picture of me and my husband. We went out for a date night, which we don't get to do very often because we have 4 little boys. And it was a super fun 50s formal party. So I got to dress up with some victory rolls and just have a nice fun evening out on the town with my man. So it was a very nice night. So I just journaled about that on the card to the left, and I'm going to adhere down my photo, and that will complete the layout for this week. So now I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to show you a side-by-side of the entire week and a few of the cards close up. I added some stitching along some of the cards, and so I'm just showing you that now, some stitching that I added. I usually like to add a little bit of stitching. It adds some interest and it's functional too. If I'm worried about some of the chipboard pieces coming off or any of the other embellishments coming off, I like to add a little bit of stitching. That way, if anything happens, it's secured down nice and good with my sewing machine. So now I'm going to take all my cards and I'm going to place them into my page protector, and then you'll be able to see an up-close shot of each section of my week 2 layout. So if you have any questions, please, you can leave a comment below. I'll link to all the products that I used down below. And again, if you'd like to see, oh, I added some stitching, I forgot. I added some stitching around the week 2. So even though I use the same title cards every week, I do like to lightly embellish them every week. So not too much embellishing because I still like that consistency to be there, but I added just a little bit there. So just stitched around the whole outside and then added a little enamel dot from the Studio Calico kit that I got this month. And on that card that I just put in, I did just run that through my typewriter. I love running through regular photos and typing on my typewriter right onto the photo. It works really well, and if I run out of journaling spots, it works really well for adding my journaling right onto the photo and then not needing an extra pocket. So I just slipped all my cards onto the left side, and now I'm going to enter them all on the left side. Now I'm going to put them into the right, and then that will conclude my week 2. So again, if you have any questions, just leave a comment below. If this is a video series that you would like to see every week on my channel, then just let me know, and I'll make sure to continue to do those for you. Don't forget to stop by my blog for some still shots of these layouts, and have a fabulous week, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.